Of week 11, I believe, week 9, week 10. It's been weeked. So hi, welcome back to our channel. Mira's finally gotten her last vaccination to the point where she can go socialize with other dogs, which we are so excited about because we've been so worried. Parvovirus, you know, everything. So we really have been limiting to her the amount of space that she can have to explore the world because we don't want her going to places where dogs have frequented, which is almost everywhere, you know. That being said, we also did have a scare this week that I did want to mention very quickly, and I was bawling my eyes out. It was like 2 a.m. Her stools honestly were something that I was super proud of, which sounds ridiculous, but that's honestly the best way to gauge your dog's health, you know. I was very proud. It was very light brown or brown, and it was easy to pick up, and there was always like a good amount of, you know, is defecation the right word? It's very light brown or brown, and it was easy to pick up, and there was always like a good amount. So on like 3 different occasions, I noticed that her stools had become more soft in texture, which was not ideal. So her poops used to be very like solid, but now they were becoming like soft serve ice cream, which meant something was clearly wrong. She wasn't either getting enough something, and I was getting worried, you know. The color also threw me off because it went from brown chocolate to like dark chocolate. Now that being said, it wasn't black, but I do know that if the defecation ends up being soft servy and it's also black, that can mean GI tract problems. And then I was starting to like go crazy and overthink. Like 3 days after I noticed the color was kind of being inconsistent and fluctuating, Mira was sleeping in my bed. And Mira sleeps in my bed because she is going to be an emotional support dog. She is crate trained though, so sometimes she sleeps on the floor, sometimes she sleeps in her crate, sometimes she sleeps in bed with me. Lately it's been nice that she sleeps in bed with me. She's a little cubby there that she's been sleeping in since she was a puppy near my bed. And so when she sleeps there, she wakes me up in the morning when she needs to go to the bathroom. Lately, she's been sleeping 5 to 6 hours at a time, which has been amazing because if we sleep at 12, she'll wake up at 5 or 6. But she woke me up and it was only 2 a.m. and I was confused at the time, number 1. But number 2, she started making retching noises. And the only time she'd ever made those noises when we were in the car, time that I took her home. I took her off my bed because I was thinking that the reason why she couldn't throw up was because that's her sleeping spot and she knows that and she doesn't want to get it dirty. So I put her on my floor and then she walked over to the living room, which is her room, and onto a pee pad where she decided to just pee. And so I looked at her and I was so confused because she was ready to throw up and it was the first time for me, and I thought something must not be right. You know, her stools lately have been changing in color, the consistency is off, and she wants to throw up. Played around with her to see if she was like in any pain. Nothing was in pain. She also did not want to throw up again. Like I even opened her mouth. I begged her to drink water. She didn't want any of that. She just wanted to play. I was super terrified and nervous, so I called a bunch of emergency hospitals, to which most of the emergency hospital people told me that I could book an appointment right away, but I should see my vet. You know, it could be something. It could be like Bordetella, or it could be nothing at all because, you know, she's just a puppy. She could not be eating enough. She could be eating too little. She could be eating too fast. So many things that it could have been.
No! God, please, no! No!
They terrified the hell out of me. And I think that if you're a new dog owner or if you have a dog, it's always important to get pet insurance or be saving a large amount of money every month from your paycheck. That way, you know, your dog is always secured. And Mira's pet insurance is pretty premium. And the reason for that being is because I discussed with my vet, you know, my veterinary friends, and also some live chat agents about things. And I knew that Trupanion, they have one that has like an unlimited warranty on like certain diseases or conditions that your animal can get. And that's the one that I'm going for. Now, her deductible is the $200 deductible, and based off of what breed she is, she's definitely getting a premium for that. That being said, I registered her and it takes a month for that to kick in, so I knew she wasn't covered. So obviously I started crying because honestly, you try your best and so hard for your pet. You know, Mira's not only my emotional support dog, you know, she's my first pet, my best friend, and I could never replace her, you know, like I can't even imagine life without her. You know, I tried my best in everything and still felt like I was failing because I couldn't help my dog. So her stools, I think the reason why the color was so off was because she was going outside more and she may have been eating dirt. But it also could have been that we switched her diet and added in Farmina. That being said, when I was most worried about her and her stools, she was eating chicken and rice. I was boiling it fresh every day, you know. She was eating better than me. I don't even put that much effort into my own food just because most of the time I'm by myself or I'm with my boyfriend and her. I was putting in a lot of work for her. So she was going back on her Simply Nourished diet, and honestly, it was great. Like her poops now are great and they're totally consistent. The moral of the story from this Don't change your dog's diet, you know, if you don't have to. If you have a good thing, don't kind of overcomplicate things. So now she's still happy and she's still healthy. She's just been to the vet, you know, everything's going great. That being said, I'm not saying anything is wrong with Fermina. It might be great for your dog, but I'm seeing that a lot of people have issues with their Australian Shepherds. And so for me, it was a no-go. So I mean, if you need a bag of dog food, I've got that and you can have it for free. Another big feat for us is that Mira's finally going on walks outside. So we're just working towards getting her better used to walking on her leash by our side. You know, there's a lot of distractions right now, so we're just working on that. My biggest takeaways this week is just definitely get pet insurance. And if you're not, just make sure you're setting aside enough for your dog. You never know what's gonna happen as a puppy or as an adult, you know? And I think my greatest savior while taking care of her, taking her out to explore the world, because I don't want to keep her in a bubble, you know? I want her to socialize, I want her to be confident in the world, because she's a strong, smart dog, you know? So I want her to be able to use all the resources in the world and be happy. As an owner, and a first-time owner at that, I feel the most confident as well when I'm using Trupanion. It's a great insurance, honestly, and I am not sponsored in any way, but I would highly recommend that if you don't have an insurance, definitely go for it. I mean, you're paying to ensure that your best friend is okay, and that's what makes me feel happiest, is when I know that she's going to be safe. It's really hard to make sure that she's going to be the smartest, greatest, happiest dog. Bang! Stay. Good bang, good bang, Mira. Good girl. Crawl, crawl. Mira, can you hold? Good hold. So, if you guys like these videos, feel free to subscribe, because it shows me that people actually care, and then I feel more motivated to do these videos. And if not, you know, I hope you guys have a great, safe week, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.